It's Madden NFL 23, and there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. It's the Falcons and the Bucs, and it's all up next.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former second overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 71 yards. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one. And this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there. Mariota to throw it. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On second, here's Algier. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Mariota. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field, and of course, a quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. To throw is Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. From the gun on third down, Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Brady now on first down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The Bucs had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 25 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Brady now to throw.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
That's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a first down here. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He finds his target, it's Evans. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory though if they're stopped. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Up the gun, Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Brady. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. Succop's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket. Beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's in person or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. So after the INT, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 27 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position. And only one play to score it. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. To throw Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Man open, here is Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Brady. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. To try again after the sack. Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Brady He's incompletion on first down, leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He'll drop this off for Bernard. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Brady again. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Giovanni Bernard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Mariota. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Oh, you know that did not feel good. Vita Vea with the sack there. And we know he's a big-time presence on the defensive line, especially against the run. But he'll surprise you with his quickness and his upfield agility in order to get to the quarterback. If you're blocking him, it's going to be a long afternoon or evening, a tough proposition.
3rd down, here's Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control. Because
and that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers would extend their lead here just before halftime. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. The Seahawks trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, it's off to Jacksonville to see what's going on with the Jags. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. 3 touchdown passes there for Trevor Lawrence. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jamison Crowder, a touchdown reception. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call of the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, that goes for the announcers, too. No AC in this booth, so we've got a mash unit of empty water bottles up here as well. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. And the Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Again, here's Bernard. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. From the gun, it's Brady. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quick.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point try now for Succop. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota
At their own 25-yard line. Mariota to throw it.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Mariota.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Mariota.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown!
Kyle Pitts.
44 yards.
And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Brady. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Now a carry for Bernard. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Now they'll throw with Brady. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. Fournette, a first down carry. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's Brady to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now Brady. And Evans pulls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Brady will look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on second down. Mariota forced out to his left.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
It's Devin White, the linebacker, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Mike Evans of the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you can get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. After the penalty, it's Fournette. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Now Bernard. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Fournette running out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First down, Mariota. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To the air again, Mariota. And complete to Drake London. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, they sit him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Levante David. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
A handoff to Fournette. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here's a give to Fournette. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Tampa Bay, they moved back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta,